shoes you go wear? Which ones?
Welcome, Colony. How we doing?
Oh, we live now, huh?
We live.
Alright, so here we are live. Reef Morgan and the Morgan family. What did we just use?
Morgan Heritage Clan.
Morgan Heritage Clan, bro, for the Reggae Dynasty. That is 3 generations of music
Active.
through his family and ties to the Marley family. Not just ties, but close ties. Talking about family started reggae together.
Yeah.
Marley is just the
My
one
uncle
you
coined the
always
term.
hear.
I just found that Uncle Toots. Shout out to Uncle Toots. He just passed during COVID. He was actually the man that coined the term reggae, and he was
Really?
one of my grandfather's best friends growing up in Clarendon. So I just found that out this week. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
And before that, it was ska and rocksteady, which comes from Cuba. You know, so it's a
Yeah.
mix up. And reggae is not just. That's why reggae does so well internationally, because it's not just Jamaica or Jamaican. We welcome other people to take part in the growth of it, because we know we didn't just create it ourselves.
Right. Trying to get this thing to turn this. Yeah, here we go. Turn the TV down real quick. Man, put your jacket on.
Okay. It's because it's going to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Man, you gotta start letting this thing die like this, man. Got this thing looking crazy.
Oh, just a ad. Okay, Daddy, I put my tank on. I put my tank on.
All right, here we go.
Turn.
Now we're good
Did
to
you
go.
turn on Turkey?
Turned it down. Go over there and sit down.
Oh, that's the documentary about the old school Jets. Sack exchange.
Oh yeah. So we still gonna we're gonna temp it right here still.
Yeah. Kind of like how you would on like a box fade and then ball the back in the neck.
Okay, so family heritage now, man. Where your family originate from?
Oh, my grandfather that started the musical dynasty, Denroy Morgan, hails from Clarendon, Jamaica. Also where Uncle Toots is from. That's where they grew up together out there. So that was back in 40s and 50s before he came to the U.S. in the 60s. And we got our family name. My grandfather revealed this in an interview in Nashville. He did in Nashville with my brother and my father, 3-generational interview. He broke to the world that our family's name was changed to Morgan when he was a runaway farm worker when he came to the U.S. So he ended up in New York fleeing, I guess you would call it immigration. Now it's hard times for immigration. Coming from the islands and being a farm worker, he fled that work in Florida and changed the name so that he wouldn't be as noticeable. And then when everybody else came to America, 2 R's, 2 T's. So, yeah,
Barrett?
Barrett.
Barrett.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So that it started from there. Started up in Brooklyn. You know, a lot of other artists in reggae had their, I guess you could say, their staple, because New York, especially Brooklyn, is a haven for Caribbean islanders. So when you have a cluster of us together like that, we like to party. So what you do, you bring out some music and you have a good time, throw some jerk on the grill. And that's how a lot of parties got started. My grandfather got involved into funk music. So before he was ever a reggae artist, he was a funk artist and got the first record deal given to any Jamaican by a U.S. company as a funk artist. So, yeah, funk reggae he used to call it. And then started to evolve into more roots and cultural reggae as he grew spiritually in the Rastafarian community. So he wanted to make music that was more empowering to the movement, because back in the days when he was releasing a record, yes, it's nice to have fun. Think about that's That's right after the Civil Rights Movement. So
Right.
he gets to the U.S. in the '60s during the Civil Rights Movement, starts making '70s disco music, and then realized that we're still so far behind as a people. What are you doing out here shaking and gyrating?
Right.
We need to make some conscious music. And the Toots and the Bob Marleys and the Denroy Morgans and the Dennis Browns of the world that start to make revolutionary music so that we as a people, a tiny little island of Jamaica, can influence the world for generations to come. And to this day, people still know us as somewhat of revolutionaries. Like, we don't stand for anything that ain't right in the eyes of God and in the eyes of man.
Right. Jackie's hi. Hi.
Who's
Jackie.
Jackie? Hey, Jackie.
Is.
Shout out to Jackie.
Yeah. No, that's pretty dope, man. Like, and you know, most people don't know their family history. So to be able to get somebody in here that actually knows their family history and on top of done great things across the world, not just in the United States but across the world, it actually is really, really, really cool. So if you can go into, I'm sure people want to hear, how do you guys and the Marleys intersect?
Well, like
What's
I
the
was
connection?
saying, Jamaica has a tight connection with Cuba. A lot of people don't know Cuba. They gave us ska music, and we mixed that up with reggae, kind of like that salsa vibe.
Yeah.
With the guitar, heavy on the guitar. The Marleys, their mom, Auntie Rita, is actually a black Cuban. She was born in Cuba, same as my grandmother's father. So we have close ties with both families being part Cuban and part Jamaican. So they've done a lot of music between my uncles and the Marleys, second generation.
Yeah.
And my brother has worked with a couple of Bob Marley's grandsons.
Gotcha.
So, like, with every generation that rises up, there's always been collaboration between the two families, whether it be touring, actual music. We done won and competed for Grammys with each other. So,
Wow.
you know what I mean? If it's not us, it's them. And this year, actually, my father is nominated with the Wailers, Bob Marley's old band.
Really?
Band.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Wailers for sure.
Yeah, so that, I mean, as of now, they just got the nomination and they're up for another Grammy. So that right there is the legacies crossing again.
Yep, legacy's crossing again. So your dad is who?
My father is
Yeah.
Gramps Morgan.
Gramps Morgan.
Yeah,
And Gramps Morgan is who now?
Gramps Morgan is
Famous Grammy. Come on now.
Mr. Grammy. Mr. Grammy Morgan.
Grammy.
So my father is actively on the board for the Grammys in Nashville. So that gives him a lot of insight to a lot of other artists, because unlike Billboard and a lot of other award platforms, the Grammys, they're awarded based off of quality of music. The Grammys don't care about how much you stream, how many albums you sold. How was it graded in the eyes of professional musicians? So my father being able to play piano since he was Annie's age, that gives him a certain palette for music.
Right.
So a lot of people send me music, like, oh, can you play this for your pops? Because my dad's not only an artist, he's a producer, a label owner, a label executive. Any shoe there is to fill in the music industry, my dad has. And that's what made him special out of the original 15 members of Morgan Heritage. People don't know that. So it's a family brand. A family band and a family brand. My grandfather had 30 children, and a lot of them did music.
Kids.
30
Mine had
kids.
28. Yours had 30. Damn.
And a lot of them were musically talented. Like, we just had music flowing everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was like making the band, no Diddy.
No Diddy.
And out of the clan, my father just happened to have the most adept ear for music, and that translated over into other genres such as soul, R&B, and now even country. My dad has been coined the king of reggae country music.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whole new
So
genre.
A whole new genre. The people in Nashville celebrate him like no other. You walk around the city and see, like, they've got like these big plasterings of like artists around all the city, and my dad's like the only reggae artist. You know what I mean? So they love him up there in Nashville.
That's beautiful.
And Jamaicans, especially old time Jamaicans, they love old time country music and country western movies. So the people,
So
a lot of that rude boy, shoot 'em up attitude that we have, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They love blaming everything but their actual selves. But a lot of people just be like, it's the Wild Wild West in Jamaica because of those movies.
Right.
That shoot 'em up attitude, especially back in the days when they had all that political tension.
Yeah, there was a lot of political tension going on. But, you know, they say...
Y'all seen it in the Bob Marley movie. They done went and shot up Bob.
Yeah.
And Rita.
Tripping.
Tripping. We don't come from no play thing in Jamaica, man.
No, not at all. That's why I always loved and respected Jamaicans. For real. Just for the hard work and everything that they put forth on the planet. You know?
Right.
It's beautiful. Straight beautiful, man. So big shout out to all Caribbean people.
All islands. Everybody.
All islanders.
Don't be offended if you an islander and people, you come to America, somebody ask you, are you Jamaican? Don't. We one family.
Yeah.
It's like somebody coming from America and they automatically assume you from New York or California or something. That's just what they know.
Yeah.
Educate them about your place. Don't see it in an envious eye. Oh, I'm not Jamaican. I'm Trini or whatever. You're like, no, those are our cousins over there. I feel like we got to be a little bit more connected and united as Jamaican people, because greatness comes from all of the Caribbean. As y'all can see, the last female sprinter at the Olympics was from St. Lucia. Yeah. So we're not the only people in the islands with fast people. Right. Like, we're not the only people that make good music. We're not the only people that make good food. Right. We're not the only people with great resorts, nice people. That's just Caribbean culture. So as we say, we the colony, we the Caribbean. Exactly. we got to be a little bit more connected together, you know?
Yeah.
United Caribbean Front.
Togetherness is the most important thing.
Right. Togetherness. And I feel like we get a sense of that in like places like Brooklyn and Miami, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody still has their strong sense of individuality that sometimes gets in the way of peace.
That about nothing. Very, very, very interesting.
The way we take our culture is the way y'all take like sports teams in y'all city.
Right.
So the same way y'all rep for y'all city, you can't, you know?
Yeah.
You can't necessarily blame islanders for repping for their island.
Repping for their island, you got to. A lot of shit going on. So, you've been back and forth from here to Tennessee, Jamaica. Anywhere else you visited? For an extended period of time?
I'm a serious homebody, and I like to learn about other places.
Yeah.
But I hate traveling. I see that my dad and grandfather been touring the world. They like I feel like I get a lot of secondhand experiences through so much of my family traveling. But most of the places I've been, I've lived. I've lived in Georgia, the tri-state area, Tennessee, the islands, and those are the places that I would foundationally call home. Some places I would like to go. I almost moved to Houston, Texas, so I gotta go check out Texas, just just to go see what they offer to the Southern culture. And I definitely want to go out the other side, the West Side, Cali,
California.
Yeah. Other than that, man, I really just want to tour the Caribbean. I'm not too fond of going to what they would call the old world.
Yeah.
Not even Africa nowadays, man. Like, I really just want to. And I'm gonna get shot down by so many Rastas and Rastafari culture for hearing that, for saying that, because we have. You ever heard of repatriation, right?
Yeah.
Like going back to Africa, so we have a big sense of that.
You gotta go back to the motherland.
My father's even a chief in Ghana with some land. But I just feel like there's just so much to be done here first that I can't even take on that personally.
Right, that's somebody else's fight.
personally
Yeah,
speaking.
in the family.
Once I can get certain things together in Jamaica and in the islands, then, you know, because that to us is like, in retrospect, it's almost like, I guess you could say, uh, there was a term that my brother Protege used. Protege is another reggae artist hailing from Jamaica.
Right.
Um, ah, it was a gosh. Ooh, I can't remember the name of it right now. It had something to do with blending the future and the past. So Africa is still definitely our our future because there's you always end up back home some way somehow.
Right.
But we definitely cannot forget our present right now. And the Caribbean, there's a lot of work to be done. I feel like a lot of the so-called good things,
Yeah.
other people are getting credit for. Like we got foreigners coming in and doing stuff that we've been trying to get put together ourselves for a couple decades, if anything. And we're making the foreigners come in and make it look so easy. Like it shouldn't be that way. We should be able to at least put forth and do something good for where we're from. I mean, a lot of us come to America and forget all about where we come from in the islands.
Right.
There's certain people that's like that. And I personally just don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to end up out there building a school in Ghana or building up a village in Ghana.
And not doing one in Jamaica.
And the Chinese are building up my village and buying it out in Jamaica.
Right. Yeah,
how does that
crazy.
make sense?
That don't make no sense at all.
And I don't even want to get too deep into politics, but that's just something I personally have had on my heart ever since my grandfather passed, who was one of those people that started to build up my little village and make it into a town.
Right.
Like before my grandfather and them before they came to the music to the east side with music,
Yeah.
building up studios and farming and all that.
Yeah.
We were known as the forgotten parents because literally nobody cared about maintaining.
What
Like
y'all had going on over there?
About 5 years after I left Jamaica, they shut down my school.
Damn.
So imagine your kids not even have anywhere to go to school.
Don't even have nowhere to go. You gotta
Much
move.
less a gas station and a KFC.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
So my father couldn't allow. That's how I ended up in America. Because if I was going to good school, if I was in Kingston or uptown somewhere, my father might have been like, "Oh, he's fine in Jamaica. He loves Jamaica. Every
Right.
time I go to Jamaica, I don't want to come home."
Right.
But it's a lack of opportunity and education that holds back many of the people where I come from. Not just Jamaica, but particularly St. Thomas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to see certain aspects of my parents being revitalized, I want to take part in whatever I can in that before I go anywhere else and build anywhere else. So,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right. Okay, I feel that. Feel that. Definitely. Definitely, definitely a lot of history and heritage, man.
Yeah, no pun intended, man.
Yeah, for real. And what's going on your side, your family in general.
Right.
So,
It's like the cornerstone. Literally, we're on the south bottom east corner of the island. It's like the cornerstone that the builder rejected, you know?
yeah.
But it's all right. We took note of everything. And then you can probably go low on the fade with the beard, like to the bottom of the ear.
Down in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're almost up in there. Windy as fuck outside, bro.
Oh, God.
It's ridiculous. And wintertime won't be here until the 21st.
There's just that fall breeze coming through, man.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming for damn sure. So, yeah, that's what we're doing here now. Rasta. Rochelle Gibbs, Rasta.
Yeah, man. Every time, bless
Yeah.
up. We never forget our roots. I'm trying to get my fro to grow out, even to start back my locks again.
You know, been working on mi patois, you know.
Yeah, man. Me hear it, man.
You
That
hear it?
coming nice. Oh, yeah. That forward nice.
Ah. There's my brother.
In Jamaica, they be trying to check you everywhere. They be like, why? You say something, you know how in America they say like pause?
Yeah.
They'll say, why?
Why?
Like you say that's why I had to change up my terminology right quick.
Yeah, man, I've been working on it for sure. Yeah, man. It's dope though how much heritage and how much lineage you could just tell. You know, you can tell. Tell, boy, you attention junkie over there. Aaron.
Daddy, I don't like this shot.
Huh?
I don't like this shot.
Go ahead.
Okay? No.
So nowadays, you ain't wanna pursue any music and stuff like that, like family.
Nah, man, unless it's like
Okay.
on the
Why
business
is
side
that-
Got you.
or on the like management of the brand in terms of the family and the estate. If it
Yeah.
ain't doing something like that with some of my lawyer cousins and just having the proper history, like when I go and I read certain information, like I'll hit certain people up. Like if I go and see something about my family, I'm letting my like almost like a scout, if you will. Like I'm letting my pops and my uncles and them know because I ain't got time like for nobody to be playing my family's brand at this day and age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like eventually in the next however many 10, 15 years, like my pops and uncles ain't gonna even want to make music no more to the point where we as the inheritance of the brand got to make sure everything's on cue and on point. So
Right.
we got everybody out there singing on stage and nobody paying attention to the operation of the brand. Like not every Marley sings, bro. Like I know a lot of them sing, but imagine we got 3 times as much as them. We ain't got there ain't enough market share to even have that many Morgans singing. First and foremost.
Right.
And I have so many more siblings and cousins that are way more talented than me that can take on that responsibility of actually entertaining the crowd.
Yeah, and taking it to the next level.
Right.
Taking it to
I
places.
would never play with my family's brand like that. It just
Right.
that's why I said to associate me as Morgan Heritage Clan. Because just to leave it as Morgan Heritage,
Yeah.
there's a tryout. You don't just get on the basketball team. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
There's a tryout.
You just part of the clan, you know.
I'm a part of the fan base.
Yeah, you part of the
And
you're
on
part
the
of
inner
the
circle.
family.
No,
inner circle.
on the inner circle side of it.
Yeah.
Because my grandfather had he would always say the inner circle and the outer circle family.
Yeah.
I've been a fan since birth. You gotta remember, I was in the studio when a lot of this stuff. So, regardless of me being related,
Yeah.
my family, I can be related to them and they make garbage music, but that's not the case.
Not the case.
That's
at
not
all.
the case.
Not even close to making garbage music.
So, I'm a fan first. I just so happen to be family. Put it
Right.
that way. You know what I
Right.
mean? And just because I'm in the family, don't mean I would just take up music because that's not my calling.
Right.
I enjoy it and I know good music. I have a good ear for good music. But I'm not a great performer. And I just told you, I don't like traveling like that. Imagine me being on tour,
Yeah.
like religiously, bro.
Yeah. That shit
Nah.
wouldn't be. Yeah.
That's why some of my uncles aren't artists anymore. They went on a couple shows and was like,
Tired
yo,
of
this
working.
road life, yo, I miss my girlfriend.
Yeah,
I miss
oh,
getting foot
yeah.
massages at home.
Yeah.
I miss my kids. Like,
Yeah.
come
And
on.
it's-
It ain't built for him. My pop's been doing this 30 years deep.
Oh yeah.
You gotta put some respect on his name when it comes to that.
Yeah. Facts though.
You've been touring since he was my teenager. Not even my age.
So
Teenager.
he built for that life.
Built for it. Not everybody's built like that.
No, not
My
everybody.
brother been
is.
doing it since he was 14.
Jameer, right?
Come on, man.
Oh yeah, you
all
got.
all my cousins, or you know what I mean, that may think, oh well, why is he considered the helm of the third generation? This man's been out here since 14 doing it. He's 30. He's been doing this more than half his life, like on some LeBron stuff.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So that's why Prince is able to go and do his thing now.
Right. It wasn't no hand me down. Like a lot of people are seeing Jamari come up now in the absence of my uncle, but he's been at this for half his life.
Yeah.
Professionally.
So now, he's just now getting that breakthrough.
Right. Like the push from my uncles and my dad, like, yo, we about to kick rocks on this and just let the catalog do the work.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be out there representing?
Creating a new.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're at a point now where they gotta.
Damn it, stop.
It's typical in reggae for a lot of artists to even perform into their late age, like on some Rolling Stone stuff. So even my grandfather was torn up to 2 years before his passing, before he took ill. He was torn to the day he couldn't move no more.
Damn.
So it's just typical for them to ride till the wheels fall off. My dad is not. He's trying to get more involved on the executive side.
Now, instead of being
instead of being out there gotta go and perform every single you got out.
Right, because
he's trying to take a backseat and be that stepping stone,
eventually
that elevation for the third generation.
Right, but I know Jamaicans don't get tired, so.
Right.
You know?
He just wants to use his energy on other stuff, like being there, being a bit more present for his children.
Which is understandable.
Right. We're getting older now. We need that.
That's exactly why I won't open up a barbershop right now. Because it takes so much time away from my kids that I'm really not willing to give it up now. Now that I got it, fuck that. I would dare fucking go open up a shop and having to deal with, all that shit when I got it made right now.
Right.
But I know eventually I'll have to do that.
Right. Even if it's just a little, small, intimate boutique.
Yeah, but it's gonna come. It's just not right now. I'm not willing to give up the time with my kids. So I'll sacrifice as much money as I gotta sacrifice. I know that I would make a killing in a barbershop. I made it before. You know what I'm saying? With walk-ins and everything like that happens throughout the day of a barbershop. You can make 700 to 1,000, 2,000 in a day, somewhere up in there. But I just can't do it right now. I'm so involved with my babies and what they got going on in their life. So that's beautiful for your dad to realize that. Right. It's time to take a step away. It's time to get around these babies. It's time for, it's time for Pops to, be Pops now.
Right. I mean, I say especially the last little. My dad got kids. He spread them out. We almost got our own separate generations. I got little brothers that's 3, 6. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In them ages, and then I got another brother who got his own kids. That's 30.
Right.
So we're all siblings, but we come from different generations. And this generation of children now, my father's able to be a bit more intimate with and go to these practices and go to these games and. I mean, the small little things that we just inconveniently didn't get the opportunity. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Our father was out there busting his tail, understandably. And not he's got a 9 to 5, he come home nah. We may not see him for 9 to 5 weeks.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Yeah. My dad's been on 4-month-long tours before.
Damn.
Gone for a quarter of the year, a whole quarter.
But making some real money though.
Making some real money.
Making some real fucking paper out there. Pop's rich as hell. Basically what you're saying. In so many words.
They just got so many kids and so many people to take care of, man.
Yeah, where it gets stretched in sometimes.
Rich ain't wealthy though.
Nah, okay, yeah.
Rich ain't wealthy.
Fact.
There's a lot of rich people that are still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maintaining.
Yeah.
He's maintenance rich.
Right.
I say that.
Right.
Because the prices have definitely gone up since what they were back in the days, but
Facts.
They ain't out there torn as much. So you gotta look at it. You gotta balance that out.
Both ways.
Right.
but they still putting out shit in the record
Absolutely.
label.
They still got music coming out. Still got features on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know when like Jay started to get into his executive bag and he was really only dropping a couple features every now and then. And
Yeah.
even if it was only a couple, they'd still be going to nominations for the Grammys because it was like, oh, Jay dropped? That's the point where my father's at in the reggae genre right now.
Shit with Jay right now.
You know what I mean? He's got his little country thing on the side and then he still does like roots and cultural reggae. Like, that's what, okay, so his last nomination was for his solo album. This nomination I told you he just got as a feature with the Wailers. So that's legacy, that's roots, that's the figure eight tying back in from roots and
that's the infinity side of it. Like, this is where it started.
That's always gonna figure eight and loop back around.
Yeah, no matter how we slice it.
The foundation has been set.
That's pretty good gonna do.
No matter what, you always gotta tap back in to the roots.
Yeah, for sure. The roots ain't gonna never go nowhere. It's always the roots, man.
Funny, and we in the fall right now. You see all the leaves and the branches that wither away?
Yep.
That trunk is strong, but that trunk still ain't done without what?
Without them roots, baby.
All right.
Without them roots, it's tied deep in the ground too.
All right. Spreading.
Yep.
Getting stronger. Because the more you have the environment nurture that tree and the roots and the soil.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by going back to St. Thomas and being a part of the growth and not just, pop up when it's done. Like my grandfather, father, and uncles have laid the foundation to where most of the time, like, I'm good at the same time. Like I can walk around like people know who I am and know where I come from.
Yeah.
But it's like fame. Like my mom's side is from there, so if I'm not related to them, they feel a part of the heritage family because we got like almost 100 acres of farmland out there.
Sheesh.
So it's like a part of it. If people when they go hungry, when it's they'll go to my grandfather's farm for food to eat.
Yeah,
and
man.
we got a big sign on the gate that says like it's like the Rasta lion and all that, and it says, "If you love me, feed my sheep." So that's the perfect thing to put at the gates of a farm that don't run away to people. Because there's a lot of people without. You know what I mean?
A lot of people without.
A lot of people without. You're talking about a third world country.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
not- it's very limited.
Literally.
Lee, that's me? Ooh, baby.
It's coming around. We're coming on around. Let me hit this mustache. I'm gonna just hit it off the lip, okay?
Yeah. Don't thin it out too much.
Nah, we just going right here, getting everything off the lip. It's beautiful, man. You got a beautiful family story, and the fact, like I said, that you know.
My dad educated us on like he was like my dad was not a big proponent of Santa Claus brought you all these gifts.
Yeah.
No. What? I go out and I work hard. Your grandfather is out there still working hard to maintain the foundation of the family. I'm out here representing the present. Your brother's out here laying a whole new frontier.
Right.
What do y'all bring? It was almost like a pylon. Like we're not just gonna stop here. What are you bringing to the table? Perfect example. A lot of people that know about the reggae industry, they know Buju. Like he's probably the biggest artist of the 90s, 2000s generation. He just came back home touring.
Right.
And we went to the show in Atlanta. My dad was a guest there. And when I sat down with him, his first question to me, as a man, he could see I'm one of the older sons. He called me Gramps' big son, even though I'm not the oldest, I'm the second.
Right.
He asked me, what are you doing for yourself? And that question it kind of took me aback for a little bit. I mean, obviously you get people asking, "What do you do?" and all that all the time, but this is this is Uncle Buju that's known you since you was a little kid.
Right.
And knows you don't do music. So it's not like people that's just meeting you, oh, you're gonna do music like your dad. He knows I don't do music like my dad because he would have heard it.
Right.
So he's asking, what do I do for myself? And then I told him about my clothing. Shout out to Danny Lion. We gonna get these boys suited up around here. I told him I'm a clothing designer, so that's what I do.
Right.
I design clothing, and that I feel like that comes from, you know, the how we as Cuban and Jamaican, like we, no matter how much we may be struggling, we don't like to look like it a lot of times. And,
Right.
you know what I mean? Dressing up nice on your Sunday best, going to church and doing all that. That was a part of the culture too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, shit, we got some of that in California for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Shit, we get up and get dressed, and 9 o'clock in the morning, but we fresh all day.
All day.
To not do nothing, but you know, we gotta be fresh for it though.
Uh-huh.
And end up at the park or something. You know, and you know, somebody throw some food on the grill or something, and here we go.
Yes,
Or
sir.
somebody go grab a bottle, and here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man.
And that's a big thing in Jamaica. Like just, and I feel like with that always comes the music. So
Right.
you might just be throwing a little gathering, and all of a sudden you got, oh, this big artist come through with his entourage, and they playing some new music. Like that's how the culture is. It's like
Right.
it's not
music, baby.
it's not settled like Jamaican celebrities. That's why they fans ride and die. That's why the cartel.
Yeah.
Why do you think they was going like that about him? Because he's the type of dude that just pull up with his entourage in the hood.
Yeah.
The hood. I didn't say, and that gives an opportunity to feel for the next generation to feel like, oh, I wasn't that distant from him. I'm not that far from
Right.
greatness.
I can do it too.
And you know who set that example?
Who?
Bob Marley.
Marley, yeah, of course.
Because every other, like, you can't say, oh, you're dissing your dad and get certain. You think you can get the name King of Dancehall and not be able to go back to the dance halls? You think that all the dance halls are in the nice places?
No, man.
No, they're in the trenches.
Yep.
And if you're not in back home in the islands, like if you're not good with that side of town, man, you're nobody.
Yeah.
So oftentimes dudes aren't trying to be gangsters. It's just you got to tap in.
You have to, or else you are going to be food, sir. Can't come to somebody else's hood and not check in at least, and we don't know who you are, and you just out here just doing.
That's why a lot of artists
come
come to Jamaica and get humbled.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, I'm
Quickly.
this big superstar. My videos on all your TVs and your radios.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Nigga, your label pay for that. You think we
Yeah.
care about who you know that's been around here? You know what I mean?
So, man, we've been around here doing this music stuff, man.
They're just, but then almost it's like it's the opposite effect for when Americans come to the States. Like the fans kind of bug out a little bit because it's not often easy access to them like that, and some of it is expats that are here in America from the islands that get a chance to see their artists wouldn't normally see because they're normally back home. You know what I mean? So it's a funny dynamic how there's only certain artists in Jamaica get that special love.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it seems like a lot of them that come to America, it's either, I guess, people from back home that's giving them the strong love, or Americans that are really just strong fans of music.
Yeah. True. We love the music out here, no cap.
Yeah.
I didn't understand until I started working on New Roots, barbershop. I talk about it a lot, but maybe one day we'll go back. You never know. But yeah, man, shit, Frank, Flex and everybody and those boys in there. That's what really made me start respecting Jamaican culture, just about the hard work and the willpower. I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers
so much talent.
work, dog.
So much talent,
Yeah.
so much
Very talented at
energy,
cutting.
so much it's
They push my cutting prowess.
Yeah, it almost becomes that crab in a barrel mentality where it's like we're all trying to make it out. We're all talented. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just, when it's your time, and you gotta stay at it.
Got to.
You gotta stay at it. There's always a big new artist in Jamaica, and a lot of them have been doing it a long time.
Yep, and
It's
it take a
when
little
it's
minute to blow, you know what I mean? Just like it is in America. It ain't easy to just...
And especially in Atlanta, you're like,
Yeah,
it's so Cali in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a long line.
Right.
Get in line, bro.
Even though we're dominating, there's still a lot of folks that's trying to get in that sound.
Still trying to get in.
It is a line.
You see, it took 2 Chainz a minute to really break through the
Perfect
mold
example.
with all of the artists. And it's not to say that 2 Chainz was bad. It's just the fact that you got T.I. coming out, you got Ludacris at the time, you got Lil Wayne coming out the South. It's just, and then Outkast,
Really based in Atlanta.
Yeah, really based in Atlanta. Outside of Lil Wayne, all of those are based in Atlanta. So how was you gonna get on? You know, you had to wait your turn. Just like when 50 Cent blew up. Motherfuckers couldn't put no music out when 50 Cent was putting music out. Hell nah. Ain't nobody gonna listen to your shit. 50 is out, bro. So, you know, that's true.
You know what's a funny story?
What's up?
He redid one of my uncle's songs. My grandfather's songs.
Really?
Remember when I told you my grandfather did funk music, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up for you. I'm gonna play both of them for you after the cut, after we finish live.
Yeah.
That's gonna be exclusive. But I can't remember what the name of it, but he was like, he basically sung the chorus the same way and then like rapped in between.
Gotcha.
Cause it was so big. Like his grandma and them his mom probably played the song in the crib growing up in Queens. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was type of like, it was to the point where like, because in a sense he didn't check in with the family before using the music.
Yeah.
My uncles and them like the youngster ones that
They wasn't playing with
that's ready to go to jail about the legacy.
Yeah, not about to play with you.
They wasn't. But you know, this 50.
Yeah.
We doing a man got 100 shotters at the door.
Literally.
But some of them weren't taking too kindly to it. But I mean, it was mixtape days when, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's hip hop. They take old music that they like and respect, and
you know, he only from Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Right. And in Jamaica, we use rhythm. We call rhythms, like where everybody jump on a beat or whatever. But the fact that he was singing the song, you know, 50 could be a troll too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was street politics going on in New York when he did, because 50's petty like that.
50 is very.
So it could have been
Funny
something
as
going
hell.
on. One of like they could have had a ruffle up at a party going on with my cousins or uncles, and then he decided to drop that a week later or something. You know what I mean? So I just remember as a kid, some of my uncles was pissed because it was like 2008, 2007. He dropped that.
And he was already fucking.
He was huge.
Yeah, he was
so like
huge.
Like imagine if he made it like an actual song and we got royalties and stuff. Like that's what my family don't play about. They don't play about the business side of music.
Of course not.
Because you can be as talented as you want, but if you don't have the business intact,
you ain't gonna get paid from it.
My grandfather, he didn't own the publishing until he hit that biggest song. So when his kids got into music, he made sure that the business was correct on every song, every contract. Because he felt like he got robbed. He's like, all them records I sold, and I can't even get a piece of the publishing.
Damn.
Come on, man. That one song alone would have took care of all the 30 kids.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He had to go and do what he had to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was back in the day when records were being sold. It wasn't, I'm just streaming your song. It was a very, like, you weren't like, you had to have that song in the party back in the day. Like, I've met random white people that know that music, bro.
Right.
Like, it's beyond just hip hop or like, that was, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And once white folks know what you got going on, boy, you big. Real big.
I remember when we first moved to Buford, my dad was introduced. He's like, yeah, I'm an artist, and just you know how it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Coming into a new white neighborhood, you gotta make them. You know what I mean? Be realize you're not a threat of any sort. And especially you got a big old family.
Yeah.
You got family coming in and out. Like
Yeah.
so,
They gotta
he
know
wanted to
what
make
the hell
sure
you got
everybody
going
felt
on.
safe and comfortable with the new roster Jamaican family
Yeah,
across the
sitting up
street.
over here.
And he was telling them about our grandfather, who's resident in Lawrenceville. So they were like, "Oh my God, I love that song."
I got a lot of, and I mean a lot, and I mean a whole lot, and I mean a whole lot of not just white friends, but white family. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, in this community right here.
Right.
So
We grew up out here. A lot of
yeah,
you,
we grew up
watch
out
each
here.
other's kids grow up and all
Exactly.
that.
These is our peoples. These is our
Like
family.
Gwinnett, that's what I love about Gwinnett. It's
so diverse.
not
man.
even just racially, but like internationally and culturally. Like
Yeah.
Gwinnett is known. When I saw a statistic when I moved from Gwinnett the first time,
Yeah.
it was the percentage of first generation. So like people like me, born in another country,
Yeah.
first generation immigrants was like 55%, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty high,
That's
wasn't it?
that's every other person.
Yeah, that's literally.
And when
that's
you drive
one out of
around, you
two
see
people.
that. You see European immigrants, you see Caribbean immigrants, you see
Yeah.
African
Korean.
immigrants, South American immigrants. Like
You know?
everybody come to Gwinnett and it's good. Like that's the one part of because like if you look at places like Cobb, I feel like it's a lot of older money in Gwinnett and like it's not really.
Cobb County.
It's not really as diverse. Like Gwinnett is like a lot of new money. I feel
Right.
like, you know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of people that really made a name for themselves and their family. Like they feel comfortable here.
Right. Comfortable to do it, you know? It's real though,
If
man.
I were ever to raise my kids in America, it had to be Gwinnett County. Other than that, if they build a school back in my hometown again, you know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah.
then there's a lot coming up. We're getting like this thing called the Urban Center where they're building a lot of new, like they took an old, there was a Goodyear factory that got shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was on a big plot of land. And they tore that down and they're building like a little town center. Like real
Yeah.
modern, like
Yeah.
something my people have never seen before.
Right.
And on top of that, my dad's involved with this real estate project they're doing called Sun Coast Resorts. It's basically like a neighborhood. I was seeing some renderings on it last week. They're gonna have basketball courts, tennis courts, and all that,
Oh,
like
shit,
like a neighborhood,
like a subdivision.
like yeah, a whole like modernized, like you know what I mean, something you
Yeah.
would only see on the resort side or like the nice side of the island.
Right.
So I'm like, yo,
basically everything that's going on
what
out
is
here in Gwinnett.
what is my life if I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Secure one of them properties, like
Yeah.
I mean, because it's showing me now that it's possible to live good
Yeah.
and not just country living. Like
No. You
Yeah,
can
man.
live good in the city too. You can live good anywhere, really. It's just it is what you
but
make.
to oftentimes people shy away from it for the lack of amenities. Like, of course, you got all this nice farmland and all of these crops and stuff, but I feel for a KFC every now and then, or I feel to go to a mall or go to a resort style beach community. Like,
Got KFC in Jamaica, right?
yeah, I mean, it's like why can't we have a little bit? Because most of the other parishes do.
Right.
They have like their side where tourists don't really go to St. Thomas.
Right. No.
Jamaicans don't even go to St. Thomas.
Right.
So to have that sense of pride to be like, oh, we're not that country. Like we have something. Like we barely have good roads,
Right.
much less anything to put next to them.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So it was kind of like the stepchild in the closet of the family. On the island. And nobody wants that feeling to be
Right.
called forgotten.
Yeah, hell no. That's why the pride is so strong.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you never forget ever again. It's beautiful that we can just sit in here and just chop it up, you know what I'm saying? So many times I was supposed to, one of my boys told me I was supposed to have been doing this a long time ago. A long time ago. We could have been doing this, man, ages ago. It would have been crazy big by now.
Right.
That's what everything is a time thing. So this might not take off in America, but guess what? It may take off in somewhere else a part of the world. You know what I'm saying? People watching us, like, cause I know, shit, even out here, you don't have a barber that gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning to cut hair. So that part, it'd be crazy because like, when I'm up cutting at 4 o'clock in the morning, that's when I get a lot of engagement. A whole bunch of engagement because it's the other side of the world engagement. It's crazy. And it just started. I only started doing this 3 days ago. I'm already at like 10 videos. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the way you gotta work it, man.
I'm trying to get in that algorithm. Oh, that haircut is dog, yeah.
I'm glad I ain't go down to the way.
No, man, you good. Just let it stay the course.
Yeah, I gotta.
Oh, wow.
I still want to get my locks, man.
Yeah.
I still want to get my locks.
Yeah, I'm about to come in here and do some work real quick. Just on the outside of it.
Yeah, the chin, cause that's the first part of my beard that started growing, so it always grows thicker than the rest.
Yeah.
Like the corners of my chin.
Yep. So right up in here. Sitting at 1:30. It'll give me a couple more minutes to get his schooling down before my daughter decides to come on home.
Okay. She up at the high school now?
Yeah.
Wow.
In the ninth grade.
You got high schoolers.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm getting old, dog. 35 over here. I'm man.
Uncle Ant.
Yeah, man. Big bro, for real. That's my rap name.
You said what?
That's my rap name.
Big bro?
I swear.
For real?
On everything I love.
That's crazy, man.
You got Apple Music?
I got Spotify. You want Spotify?
Spotify on there too.
Okay. How you call it? Just Big Bro?
Well, I make a cameo on a couple of songs or whatever. I ain't putting nothing out on my own, but there is a whole studio in there, and I got a lot of music in there too. So, I may mess around and do it. But that's why I'm doing this though. Because eventually I'm gonna tie it all in together where when we're filming our stuff, we'll have our music in the background of it too.
Yeah.
And our clothes and, AJ been doing this thing, which has made me take a couple of years off from building the company. And now that we're back in it, I can use him, everybody. I can use everybody. My homie said, behind every one of these pictures, you should have a story, a video.
Yeah.
Everybody need to be able to come through here and just tell their story and just sit down, chop it up. We do it anyway. Right? We do this every day, literally. So this ain't putting on for no camera or nothing like that. All we did was just set the camera up.
You just put a fly on the wall.
That's it. Just put a fly on the wall and let people
engage.
Yeah, and have the intimacy of what we be doing every day, which is the barbershop. The last place that a man can go to and really talk and speak his mind. First place businesses get off the ground. In the barbershop.
I don't like that all day.
I'm gonna beat you up.
Belt.
Only messed up thing is, are you able to send me a video?
What you mean?
Like, airdrop me a video?
I think, yeah.
I just need to take video of you. I can't take no more videos on my Instagram because we go live. So I would have to end the live, then go on Instagram and all of that. But that take away from what we're doing.
Yeah, it's basically just a camcorder.
That's all I need is just 5-second video. Airdrop it to me.
I'll flip the camera, my bad.
You good?
I got to 3,000.
You got to 3,000 or 300?
300. No, I got 3,000. I'm gonna work out all day, Dad. My stomach's already gone down.
Good.
Ant-Man.
Oh yeah. I already know that barber pole is gonna come up. You can have 100 ants in there. But that one with the barber pole, I know that's me.
Got
Yep.
you.
That's me all day long. What are you doing?
Nothing. Working out.
Working out.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep that going for a long time.
They had a little puzzle.
And I can go faster.
You can go faster.
Be careful.
For sure.
He ain't even on the
Little
seat.
legs.
He ain't even on the seat. He just down by the pedals.
He just wanna go to practice and work out. That's all he wanted to do. He had fun
Energy.
doing it.
He's ready to go.
Yep. Just wanna play some ball. You alright? What's up?
Because that was stuck.
What's stuck?
This.
Your shoelace?
Well, you gotta tie your shoes if you gonna ride a bike. That'll teach you a good lesson right there, boy. I done tore my legs up doing that. Shoelace getting caught in the chain. Tore myself up. I still got scars from that to this day.
Yeah, I think most of my scars on my legs from bike ride. I just messed my leg up riding my bike last week.
Yeah, yeah, man.
I want to get one of the electric ones because I was with the fat tires and that got the better suspension on.
Yeah.
Like basically like a motorcycle, like a dirt bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to get me one of them. Hell yeah! My mom gave me the green light for the truck, so that's me now. I just gotta start fixing it up.
Word. She got a new whip already, don't she?
Huh?
Mom got a new whip already, don't she?
Yeah, she got that throwback bench she been driving around.
Yeah.
It's a classic model too.
Boy, that's a cut right there.
So
Mm-hmm. That was a solid hour right there.
was it?
Yeah, it didn't even seem like it, no.
No.
58 minutes.
Man.
Almost. What's up?
You grab the bottom right there.
Oh, yes. How did I forget the bottom? Now, what you want me to hard part it? Or just right here?
Dude, you know, up to where these little BBBs at, because I feel like that's where you did it last time.
Yeah.
Probably like right there. You see right there?
Yeah.
Like where it's not as thick.
Got you. So take out all of
Yeah,
that.
all of. So that's pretty much the smooth snack hairs.
Yep.
I really ain't even a part of the beard.
So we like right in here.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right there.
Boom.
And then the rest of it is dark up there. So when you do it down there, you got a hard line and you cut it right up there. You good.
Yep. And hard line. Hard line.
That way it'll last a little longer.
Yeah.
I used to hate when my barb, like before this got a little thicker, my barber used to like taking it all the way up here. I'm like,
All the way
bro,
back up there.
I'm glad but I guess that's what helped it get a little thicker.
Yep.
Because the more I do this here, it'll start thickening in to where I don't have to take it up as high.
Facts.
Yeah, that line already going back.
Yep. So already coming back. Yeah. Oh.
Daddy, how did you work?
You got problems, Amos.
What?
And I think you need to go and sort them out somewhere.
All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth. God, you know, I don't think I ever lost both of my front teeth at the same time when I was a little kid.
He lost 3. He got 3 of them gone up there.
Ooh, he got the whole front grill gone,
I
man.
tried to get the other one gone too, because when those other ones grow in,
Yeah.
he's already a looker. You know what I'm saying? He's already super,
I've always like that.
no diddy, attractive. Thank you.
Sit.
You need change?
Huh? I don't need no chance, man. You don't always give me that for the cut, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that,
My man, I need some ice cream, man.
Yeah. You want some ice cream?
Yes.
Don't get over here fighting, boy.
Keeping the whole plan right, man. Woo. Y'all know where to go.
Yes. We love chopping it up with you today. As always, everybody, like, comment, and I don't care if you subscribe.
And don't share.
The engagement, right?
Don't
Yeah,
forget about
just the
that.
engagement.
Don't forget.
You want to say bye? You want to say bye to the stream? Say bye to the
Say
stream.
bye to the camera.
Bye to the camera.
Say bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Let me go brace